record. All right. So hello. I'm so excited that Andrea took our recognition night last week. I had a thing to go to, so that was on March 2nd, and this is March 9th, and we're very excited you're on. Y'all can set your watches by this recording tonight because we are going to be very quick and very to the point. Do y'all like that? Very quick, very to the point. Okay. I'm like, I don't need people to fluff up my skirt. I don't need you to blow smoke up my skirt or anything. I know what I want to get done. I've never been the type of person that I need people to go, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. I'm like, yeah, I know I can do it. Tell me how to do it. So how many of y'all are a tell me how to do it kind of girl? Okay. How many of y'all need smoke? Because I can say, way. Jessica needs a little bit of smoke. Okay, so Jessica, we believe in you. You're awesome. You're powerful. You can do it. Okay, let's move on. All right, so our Focus Free and Fabulous Forum. You guys, you're not getting this, okay? You're not understanding. Go to JoannaShike.com, go under promotions, and it has each month. You submit it once a month. Now, if you want to submit it weekly, that is perfectly fine. Because I catch errors that you might have and we can tweak it, and then you submit it at the end of the month, and the date is actually on there for March. It's actually on there. Okay, I'm gonna hide my nails because I didn't get to go get my nails done today. I had other things going on. So the first week starts actually yesterday, but if you put in for the 8th, that's fine. And we end on March 29th. And so it's actually due on March 30th. So some of the months, like it's not a true month, but look at the dates and you'll understand the weeks ending. Y'all understand that?
Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, 2 of you guys on my team, you did over 600, but then you also gave yourself a bonus for the 225 for the month. You can't do both. If you hit the 600 for a month, you get like 50 points, and I think that's M or 8, I don't know, it's at the bottom, but the very bottom is if you didn't hit a jewelry level, but you did a 225, you do get to give yourself the 20 points. So don't double dip there. Okay. I had to adjust some points, but that's just something I saw.
And you know what? I realized that on the tracking sheet, it would be and we'll go through the tracking sheet in just a second, but it would be very easy to say, oh, I did a 600. I get 50 points under I, and K is 20 points, 225 consistency club. Yeah, I did that too. So that's on us. That is on us. So if we correct it and say, hey, you can't do 50 and 20, you know, just don't get upset or anything. Jessica, it's okay. We can't hear them. You can have dogs barking and chaos going on. We can't hear them. So girlfriend, you just let them scream in the background. All right. So that's how
this is her first call. She's a brand new team member.
I know it. I'm excited that she's on. Oh my gosh. But we can't hear anything going on there. So when you tell your kids be quiet, it's okay. Tell them, say, Miss Joanna doesn't care. Scream all you want. All right. So that's how that works. All right. And we're going to go through that again in just a second. Yay, Jamie's on too. Okay. So we're going to go through Focus Free and Fabulous sheet when we get to Rico. Okay. Guys, Monday, March 23rd is Customer Appreciation Night. You only have to have your customer on for the first 10 to 15 minutes. We're going to recognize them. We're going to get excited about them. And then we're going to say, okay, you can go. We were doing all this other stuff. We're just going to say, okay, you guys can go. Just sign off now. If you want to stay on and listen to more about how we train and things like that, that's awesome. But don't feel like you have to. So really tell them they have to be on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in order to, you know, be part of the announcements and all that kind of stuff. And truly, just for them being on, I would offer them a lipstick or a lip gloss at half price. That's up to you, but hopefully you'll do it. Okay. We keep announcing this. There are so many ways to grow your team, you guys. So many ways. Hold an appointment. Do a marketing share. Have them watch Peek into Pink. Have them listen to a video. Have them go to JoannaShike.com and click on the part that says the career opportunity. It's on the home page. Watch any of those videos. But your director must follow up for you to get points. okay, for you to get points on Focus Free and Fabulous. So that's super important that you remember that. And again, in just a few seconds, we will go through. I need my tissue. Where's my tissue? Where's my tissue? I do not have the Budweiser or the coronavirus, okay? I just have allergies. All right. We call it the Budweiser. Okay, Monday Night Live. Y'all, if you will RSVP by 5 p.m. on Monday to myself or Andrea, we will invite your guests to be on a marketing call, and all the details are on our Facebook page, and you get it in your text messages. So, you know, if you need to have it again, that's fine. We'll send it to you. But write that down, and we have that right after we're finished with Monday Night Live. So it's your chance. You have all the opportunities in the world to grow your team. And you guys who are new, oh my gosh, do you know that you can invite team members onto your team and they save $25 on the starter kit? So they have almost a $400 valued starter kit. They get it for $75 instead of $100. So talk to people, ask people if they want to join your tribe, if they want to be part of your sphere of influence, if they want to be part of your team. Don't be afraid. Be not afraid. Fear is not of the Lord, okay? But you've got to use your director to follow up or do a 3-way call if you want to get that credit, okay? I'm just like super bright right now. I look like a ghost. Okay. All right. Now, next thing is, oh, I think I already skipped Andrea. Yeah. Okay, so Andrea, we love Andrea, don't we? You guys, let me tell you what, this girl, she is the wind beneath my wings, and sometimes she's my butt kicker. And so today she is going to share with us what is happening in the field.
I love in the field. Being in the field in the Army means that, you know, you are out in the dirt and you're learning things. Well, it's also the way you learn in your Mary Kay, on the job training. I love, love, love being heart to heart, face to face with our customers and prospects. I have some things to share about this last week. I didn't hear any from you. And this is where we want to hear what you're learning by being on, but then taking it in the field. So make sure this coming week, as you say, oh, that's what they keep talking about, I understand, and give us a little Voxer, 1 minute or less, and we want to play you on Monday because we want all of you to learn from each other. And if we were together in the same room having our weekly meeting, you would actually be standing up and inspiring one another, and it's awesome. But when you're video, there's a little bit of a difference. We want to make sure all of you are engaged, and because of that, Joanna and I try to keep the show rolling, and we will do a Voxer message of your voice, and we can share it here live. So make sure you do that. Before I tell you some of the in the fields, let me go back because I don't think you all understood what I posted at both Shipe Superstar and my Facebook page after our session last week. So you might have thought it was a repeat, but I taught on Money Matters last week, and I know we went over, but I ended it right on the specific details of managing your money, and specifically, you know, paying for the shipping and all those little things. And it was a little bit of you know, maybe a downer. I made a follow-on video the next day on how that doesn't have to be a downer because it is an expense for your taxes. So if you did not see that video that I posted, I took the Monday session, I cut off all of the extra fluff. I gave just the session where I talked about the weekly accomplishment sheet, I talked about the business tracking register, and then I added the expense tracking for the taxes, where you get all that money back when you do the Schedule C. So if you didn't see that video, I just encourage you to go back. It was not the same as Joanna's video or recording. It was a second video, and that is on my YouTube channel, and you can always use it for Money Matters. Go back multiple times. The one thing I did forget, and I think I posted it, was when you're doing your taxes, oh shoot, I just lost my train of thought there on the expenses. It's okay. So I did forget something about expenses and all the things you get to write off. It'll come to me, but that is there. So if you have any questions, reach out to myself or Joanna. Okay, in the field, I gotta tell you, I'm so proud of Dee. Dee had a party yesterday, and right after the party, she had an individual, a gal come, and we did glamour. I had my own clients as well. So I want to tell you some things that just in the last couple appointments will be really helpful for you to be fine-tuning, to get a little tight with your systems. In fact, what are your systems? I want you to think about your skincare party, and we've been teaching all January, all of the training classes were about how to have a really solid party. We gave you videos. In fact, Jessica is a new consultant. She's getting those videos every single week. And we talked about opening your party. We talked about the body of the party. We talked about a table close, and then we talked about an individual consultation. Well, what about that second appointment, where you're scheduling their second appointment? So I want to give you just a couple of tips when you are doing a first time appointment at the individual close. Make sure you sort of got your checklist on what you want to go over. David Cooper is the resource. Just go to Shipe Superstars, put in David Cooper, you'll get the file. But let's remember, we are not recruiting, and Joe's the master of this, but recruiting is like dating, okay? Think about this. You're not gonna try to get to home plate your very first encounter, or else it's gonna be a little like, okay, lady. And I want you to know being enthusiastic about what Mary Kay's done for you is great, but you wanna sort of tease, okay? You wanna tease and invite them on that second date, so that they can get a little intrigued and then plan a second date, which is the second facial. But in the process, be like, maybe I could do something for me. Maybe there is something more out there. So how do you do that? With your systems, your individual close needs to be tight. Your first goal is to sell a skincare set and then book her second appointment. From there, based on her referrals, you're going to turn it right into, gosh, you know, Cindy, you wrote down 3 or 4 friends. Is there any reason why we couldn't invite them to your second appointment next Tuesday? I think you'd be a great hostess. If they don't show up, don't worry. I'm still there for you. Boom. She's now thinking, oh, there's no harm in asking.
Dre, say that again.
What'd I say?
You invite them to the second appointment and say, if you want to share it with a couple of friends, that's great.
Oh, yes, because if you've done your referrals, she has a list of people right on her card that she thought of. Then you find the date. You are going to say, great, here's your products, here's your total. Oh, you know what, Cindy, there's just one more thing. Oh, there's just one more thing. Oh, before I forget, there's just one more thing. This is Joe's words, okay? And David Cooper. I know you probably have never thought about making money with Mary Kay, but have you ever thought about just having a little bit extra? Now you're lowering your voice. Well, I don't know, I'm really busy. You know, you owe it to yourself to just hear. And I am in the process of sharing the information. It takes like 15 minutes. If it's not for you, no big deal, but you get a free lip gloss just for listening, and it takes about 15 minutes. We need to do it in the next 3 days for you to take advantage of that special. Is there any reason why we couldn't do it maybe on the phone tomorrow? Oh, now you planted a seed, okay? So she already knows you're passionate. You're not gonna vomit Mary Kay on her right there. You're gonna have her be intrigued a little bit. Then the next thing on your checklist, you find the date, and then you're sending her home with a video link. Years ago, we used to have cassette tapes, and we would buy them. You guys, I was a brand new consultant. I had invested my money in a store. Joanna said I was going to be a super mega director, and I believed her. And therefore, I knew it was going to happen. I just believed everything she said, and I still do. But you know what? I had those tapes that I purchased because I wanted to build my team. I couldn't wait for Joanna. Well, nowadays, we're so lucky. Send the link. Send the link. So your system is, she is leaving the party, listening to something about a Mary Kay business, and creating some possible questions for you for within the next 3 days. Last but not least, when you are also doing a glamour appointment, you guys, you got to be tight on your sets. If you don't know what your sets are for glamour, use the Mary Kay that comes in your kit. If you don't want to do this one, my recommendation would be to make something super pretty, but I don't know why you would. You could just use Mary Kay, but you've got to know this stuff because you want to show her these samples during that second appointment. So those are just my in the field tips. I will say that Joe and I are very open to some specific questions you might have or specific training topics. The biggest thing is, unless you're in the field, you won't know what you're not good at. So we know not what we know not. And in the field is where it's at. It's more fun that way. So thank you, Joe.
Well, you are always amazing. I want to go into recognition, but I want to tell you guys that Andrea and I right now are in a huge challenge with 12 top directors across the country. And it is making us really stretch. I mean, like Gumby, like Go-Go Gadget arms. How many of y'all have kids? Okay, who is that? Inspector Gadget? Go-Go Gadget arms. We are stretching. And let me tell you, I didn't want to do in the field for me as the director, but I want to tell you something. I stepped out of my comfort zone every day, probably 4 or 5 times a day last week to meet this goal. And we're doing it every week this month. And it has made me really commiserate with some of you who are like, I don't know if I should talk to her, or, she sees me in church. I don't want to mix church and Mary Kay, or like Joan at work, I don't want to get in trouble for bringing Mary Kay into work. And let me tell you what, it has been mind-blowing. I had over 100 contacts that actually I got replies to in 7 days last week. And it's because I just kept stretching and kept stretching. I haven't done that since I was in DIQ. And what it's done for me, guys, is it's helped me really understand where a lot of you are at. The fear factor, which, you know what? I know you're thinking, you're afraid. It's just that little intimidation, like, oh, what's she gonna think? And you know what? Nobody was offended. I love Andrea's statement, would you be offended if I gave you my card? Because it gives them permission to say no, which really means what? Yes. If I say, would you be offended if I gave you my card? They're like, no. So really it means yes, give me your card. So it was really good. And Andrea and I are going to have some amazing reports and all that at the end of the month on how we're doing this challenge and what our results were.
You're getting a celebration here, you guys. Who's amazing leader? Not only our goal is 100 conversations in a week. Joe hit it. I fell short, but I was very proud of myself. And Joe not only did that, but she sold over $2,000.
I actually called customers that I haven't talked to in years. I said, I'm in a challenge. They're like, okay, I need stuff. And you guys, it's amazing what happens when you actually use your voice on this little device. We have gone back to pretending like there's no texting, there's no e-cards, there's no emails. The only way you can reach somebody is to actually talk with them. Oh my gosh. Okay, so some recognition. We already have star consultants this quarter, Stacy Swallows and Jamie Bolliard. Let's celebrate them. Let's do a little shaky thing, Andrea. Sapphire star consultants. And look, Andrea's dancing for you and everything, okay? Okay? So you guys are already sapphires. And then diamonds, we have directors Andrea and Linda. And Emerald, Charisse, and I am a pearl. So I'm very excited about that because I'm looking at the prize thing and I'm like, whoo, I'm excited. I'm excited about those prizes. I just
double credit. And it's a good time to be a star.
And double credit. You guys, up to 2,000 wholesale. I know you're thinking, 2,000 what? Okay, so gift certificates. Call Mint. Mint Men are suckers for this stuff. Let me tell you, you call them in and you go, hey, you want to buy a $200 gift certificate for your wife for only $175? And they'll go, uh-huh. You say, okay, give me your credit card. Okay. Bam. Okay. All right. So let's do that. Star recruiters and above. I'm so stinking proud of Amy Paul. She is a star recruiter, red jacket. Marsha Stevens, Joan Teal. Yep. Y'all get to wear your red jackets to career conference. And Jackie Eisenman. And of course, Sayonara, future director. Sayonara just stays at future director. She just stays there. She's just like riding the wave, riding the wave. Girlfriend, I am tired of you being a future director. Okay? So let's just have a chat. I'm serious. She's like, but I'm going to Brazil to visit my family. Well, I'm doing this, so I'm doing that. Oh my gosh, get in the suit. Huh. Okay, anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Okay, now let's look at y'all's focus free and fabulous sheet. Okay, we're gonna go line by line. A, you get 50 points for completion of the weekly challenge. The weekly challenge has not changed since the beginning of February. It is so simple. 3 new faces, 3 marketing shares, followed up or done with your director, and $300 in sales every week. That's it. Okay. 50 points, this is B, 50 points for a new team member. Now you only get to count it once, but Joan Teal already has a new team member in March. We're excited for Joan. She is kicking it. 1 last month, 1 this month. Girlfriend, you're gonna be on target for your car soon. C is 20 points when your new team member is Great Start qualified. So last month, Joan had a new team member that she got 20 points for, or 50 points for, and then she got 20 more points when that new team member was Great Start qualified. And that Great Start qualification means they get all this free stuff. 15, if you are the queen of the week based on your submitted weekly accomplishment sheets. Guys, if you don't have me down as an adopted director, if you're in my unit, I get it. Okay, I get your weekly accomplishments. But if you don't have me down as an adopted director that you're submitting your weekly accomplishment sheet to, even if you're in Andrea's unit, please text me or Voxer me immediately after this meeting and say, here's my information, and start submitting it to me as well. Because I don't want to have to chase down other directors and try to figure out what you guys have done for the week. That should be super simple. So Queen of the Week sales for the week ending, and I put 3/9. Is today 3/10 or 3/9? Okay.
3/9 today.
Okay, so week ending 3/8. I did that wrong. Oh my God.
Did you get D's? Hold on. Did D submit hers? Does it come to you?
Text me right now.
Okay. That's what I was afraid she wasn't getting it to you.
Okay,
So I'll
okay,
send it.
we'll hold that for a second. 15 points for being Queen of the Week in team building. Joan, you're our queen. You have a new team member. Okay, 15 points for every marketing share. So last week, Zulema did 3. So she did her 3 marketing shares. So she gets actually 45 points for that. Yeah. And then 10 points per new face this week. The only one I could really figure out on the weekly accomplishment was Jamie. So Jamie, you got 60 points on new faces. Bam, bam, bam. Way to go, girl. West Virginia's kicking it. So however many new faces. Now, if you're like, but I don't put my new faces on my weekly accomplishment.
Oh, I taught them how last week.
I know. Andrea taught you how to do that. So put it on your weekly accomplishment, okay? You can go back and fix that, okay, and catch up. 5 points for turning in your weekly accomplishment. So Jamie, Amy, Zulema, Joan, Arlene, Christine, Alice, Mary Ellen Grunther, and I guess, Dee, you did yours as well. So Dee, we got to get you on my list, okay? let's make sure we do that, okay? If I am not listed as your adopted director and you're not my parent unit, please send me your consultant number and let me list you. Okay, our queen of the week in sales. And I have to say, you know, I think we're going to have 3 queens because they were all within $20 of each other. Andrea just sent me Dee's numbers. So Amy Paul, you are queen of sales and you're sick as a dog. I'm so sorry. And she's still queen of sales. But I also want to give 15 points to Zulema Salceda. And Dee, you were like right, y'all were all like right there, like within a lipstick of each other. So y'all, I want y'all to all get 15 points for that. Is that okay with you, Amy? Is that okay with you? Okay. You're not competing, so y'all are like, I don't care. Okay, very good. And then 5 points for being on live right now, or if you're watching this as a recording by Wednesday morning, okay? I like for y'all to watch the recording on Tuesday, first thing, but sometimes, you know, life gets in the way. But as long as you post something by Wednesday morning or send your director information, you can get 5 points for that. And then the rest of it, I, J, and K are all into the month. So when you place a $600 wholesale, you get 50 points. If you are a Red Jacket, Star Recruiter, or higher at the end of the month, you get 50 points. And if you did not place a 600 wholesale, but you did place at least a 225 to a 599 wholesale, you get 20 points. All right, Andrea, you're up.
Oh, good, because I just found out that I overlooked a recording from Dee for In the Field. May I share it now?
Yes, you may, darling.
Okay, because this
hat on.
woman.
Put your hat on.
Oh, well, I almost put it away. Hold on. Ah, hold on, my
Don't you love how she's so obedient?
my desk is. My desk is falling apart. Oh my gosh, there was something in the hat. Okay, so it might be a little messy around here, but I'm gonna get the job done. Okay, so this is so exciting. This woman is on fire. First of all, can I just tell you, she is so great in front of people. I love that she just connects. She's just so humble, and women and this dude that was there, they just gravitate towards Dee. And because of that, they trust her, they buy from her, and they set up second appointments. So I haven't listened to this, but it's 1 minute and 20 seconds. So here we go.
Hey, Andrea, this is for that In the Field recording that you wanted. So just a heads up, team. I have been in the field with Andrea. I actually have my clients over at the gym I work at, and I sent out an all-team text. And I just said, hey, if anyone wants a free facial, let me know. And I actually got a response back. And it was really, really awesome because she ended up inviting 2 of her friends. And it was very spontaneous. But Andrea and I were like, yeah, we're just going to do it. And we did. And I had a pretty awesome day. And I've already gotten another appointment set for a glam.
Oh, I just got a spam call. So.
And Andrea, bless her heart, she's going to help me out with that. But it really is good to show you, you know what, when you decide that you're going to take the next step and you just reach out to people, you know, even if they say no, like, don't be afraid of that no. Just remember that there's always a choice to like go to the next person because there's a yes out there somewhere, and you just have to be, you know, willing to take that extra step and, you know, go for that yes. So I did, and I do have my glam sessions. I have a few of my clients that are very interested, and Andrea and I are working on some on-the-go appointments for this month because I am not even going to be in town a lot. So, but there's always a way to get out there and just to get, you know, share the Mary Kay product. So ask your directors for ideas because they have the ideas and they have the knowledge. So thank you, Andrea, for all of your help. Just get out in the field and just try new things constantly. Mwah. Love you, team.
Oh, so great. She's so just team oriented, and that is why all of us are growing as a Shipe family area, because that's really, she just fits right in with who we are, right? I just love that Dee is a part of our organization. Okay, so I'm supposed to talk to you about stuff, and Joe?
Okay, so we are going to have Andrea talk about some ideas on how to finish your star. We're going to actually do this in about 4 minutes. So she's going to give you some fast ideas. I posted them on Facebook as well. But guys, I want to tell you something. And this is really hard for your director to ever say to you, but this month is double credit. And it's not just double credit for your quota sales and your quota sharing, which, by the way, if you max out double credit this month in quota sharing, you automatically are on the Princess Court for our national Mary Kay Go Give area. So just want to let you guys know that. And your unit court. And if you do it with your sales, with 2,000 wholesale is the max wholesale order you can place to get the double credit. You get 8,000 retail credit, which if you have 0 in right now, you are a smidget away from being on your unit court as well. So don't think, oh, it's too late in the year, I can't do it, wham, wham, wham. But I also want to tell you guys something. We as directors, we have a goal as well. And we can max out at 20,000 wholesale. So your 400, your 600, your 1,000, you're going for maximum double credit. Every penny counts. And I've challenged my unit to take their highest month since July in wholesale orders and to add 20% to it and to place that order based on their March sales. You don't place an order to win a prize, guys. You don't place an order to have inventory on your shelf that you haven't sold. But if you know what your selling goal is and your director is going to reward you for that, why would you not go for it? Why would you not max it out? Because see, we have our goals as well. And the way we are recognized at seminar and career conference and things like that is based on the activity of the entire unit. So I don't ever talk about that, but I just really felt compelled to tell you guys that not only are you going to be rewarded at seminar and by your director and prizes and all that, but your unit, where we sit at seminar, literally, the seats they assign to us are based on what we do from July through June 30th.
That's right.
So just, you know what, if you are truly a team player, do the most you can possibly do in the month of March.
This month.
And if you are looking at finishing Star Consultant, which Andrea is going to talk about some ideas there, you know what, do it on or before the 15th. Because that is where you're going to get your points. Like Joan just has a new team member. If her new team member is qualified by March 15th, that bumps Joan up 600 points as a Star Consultant. If she doesn't qualify until after the 15th, it doesn't help Joan in her star level at all. So you guys, everything is timed and everything is all comes together that way. But we just want you to know that what you do this month, everything you do this month is going to count double, not just for you, but for our units. So no pressure, but think about it.
So I just took something out of my money bag. First of all, if you don't have a money bag, earn it as a new consultant and get in your qualified order as soon as possible. So that is something that's super great. But y'all, could you, I got to make sure I see you. But just let me ask you, does like this in your hand, does it excite you? I don't see heads moving. Could you get excited about this every day for the next 7 days? I mean, just like extra. Okay, so this is what I want you to take with you. 60 in the morning, 60 in the afternoon. Oh, wait a minute, no, I did it wrong. Let's wait, back up. 20 in the morning, 20 in the evening, 20 in the afternoon. Woo! Do you know that when you sell $60 a day, this is what you get? So get excited right here, right now. Finishing Star is a decision. The reason so much happens in the very last couple, we're in the final 4. The reason so much happens at the end, this last week, I was in a challenge with Joe, like the last 24 hours, God just like showed up in miraculous ways because I was in the field. I was playing the game. I wasn't sitting out there picking my nose and looking on TV and saying, oh, maybe I should think of calling her. I got up and called her. I made the effort. Some things came together, but I want to tell you what happens when you're a star consultant. Number one, on Wednesday, I had 2 real live people contact me for orders. Hello, could you love being able to have your boutique open 24/7, but you're not working 24/7? I had people call me, and the number one question that one of them said was, I was given your name because she was looking and then she found me online. She said, do you have a full store? That was her first question to me. Do you have a full store? She obviously doesn't want to mess around with people who barely have things for her. I said, I have a full store. What do you need? I'll be there in an hour. She was very impressed. She turns out she's a physician. So she looked around the office and said, okay, ladies, we have somebody to take care of us now. That's exciting, right? Because not only am I going to have some great business with her, but I now have awesome referrals with people who are able financially to be using great products. And so I want you to know, when you show up prepared, God will bless you with the clients that you need. But you've got to take sometimes that step of faith. Now, that step of faith can easily be, I'm going to start talking to people and sharing with them my brochure, because this is what I want by the end of the day. You don't shove Mary Kay down people's throats, but when you are telling people of your fun goal and offering them a brochure, some samples, and oh, by the way, if you happen to place an order by today, it does help me with my goal, which is blank by Saturday. Saturday is the quarter. Now, for those of you who are brand spanking new, you're like, what does that mean? When you hit 1,800 wholesale in your order by Saturday the 15th, and it can be cumulative, but then you are a star consultant. And Joe's going to get the prizes that you earn, but here's what you really earn, okay? So this is at Facebook. You know you have confidence to service people who reach out to you. The other, oh, I can tell you about Kristen today. Kristen said, my sister's visiting. She used to use this teeny little eyebrow pencil, but I told her you have everything. And I delivered her an updated micro tip blonde eyebrow pencil, and she was so excited. She asked me for some more samples. You guys, we have an opportunity. We don't have to knock door to door. We spread our business by showing that we take our business seriously. And even if you don't have an inventory, I want you to know when you place that order, CDS, it goes right to the customer immediately. So you have the confidence that no matter who knocks on your door, who texts you, who you reach out to, they will get what they want and you'll have your payment just like that. So $30 profit every day comes to having a $300 week. Now, I gave you a little ditty. $60 times 5 days is $300 in a week. This is a star week. When you do this 12 weeks in a row, you'll always be a star because it's a quarterly goal. For those of you who are like, okay, I didn't do anything for like 3 or 4 weeks. I sat down, I was lazy, I was scared, whatever you were having going on. Now you gotta crunch time, right? You gotta really hustle. You can still make it happen. Now I'm supposed to talk about the benefits of being a star, and I'm not gonna go over all 25 because I am already out of time, but I want you to know, confidence comes when you're a star consultant. I've never missed star. I have hustled. I'm going to tell you about one gal in our unit in Colorado. She was scared. She didn't think she was going to do it. She was broker than broke. And yet she worked as a, she taught swim lessons. She said, I'm just going to go out there. I'm going to talk to all the husbands, talk about getting some gifts for the wives. Valentine's Day is around the corner. All sorts of things are coming up, Easter gifts. And she told everybody about the star certificate, the 125 for $99. She sold 18 of those, finished her star consultant. And that was such a powerful moment, not just in her own confidence, but to see that when you set a goal, you have intention with every conversation. What does that mean? You're at the grocery store and you're talking to a gal, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, I'm in a challenge. Why am I not giving her my Mary Kay business card? See, you have intentionality. All of a sudden, doors open that you thought were closed. And that is what happens when you say yes. When you say yes to a goal, that is what happens. So besides D is one, she's only $45 away and she's going to be finishing a star. I know Stacy's a star. You're going to be able to be hobnobbing with other star consultants, which means you've just elevated your next level. You're going to be attracting stronger people, which means you work harder, you work less, but because it's more focused, you have better results. That wasn't the best way to say it, but anyway.
That was
Work
perfect.
smarter, not harder. That's what I'm trying to
That
say.
was perfect.
And last but not least, every single time you're selling, you just subtract. But if you remember, 20 in the morning, 20 in the afternoon, 20 in the evening time, woo, you hit your goal and you got some green in your hand.
I love it. So you guys, I just want to reiterate that that list of ideas is on our Shipe Family Superstars Facebook page. I also have posted a script, and it's a way to open up your shows to introduce the Mary Kay Career Opportunity in a very soft way. I'm not going to review that now because we actually have a challenge that we want you to have 10 extra minutes to accomplish. But one of the things that I did this past week, and I actually did it again at church yesterday, was I actually approached someone at church yesterday and I said, I don't normally like to mix like church and Mary Kay, but oh my gosh, I am in a challenge and I would love to have you be part of my success. And she goes, what can I do? I'm in a challenge and I would love to have you be part of my success. Everybody wants to be on a winning team. Everybody wants to be on a successful boat. So I want to challenge you guys to download the Mary Kay call log right there. It's on my Shipe Family Superstars Facebook page, okay? And it basically, you can check off everything. And I want to challenge you guys to really get 10, 15 names. Set up your own contest. Just today, these are all of my contacts in my notes, okay? And I know you're thinking, Joanna, you don't have a job outside of your home. You don't have a bunch of kids. You don't have an ailing parent. You don't have this. You don't have that. You know what, guys? If you look at Andrea, if you want it badly enough, you will figure it out. You will get up 30 minutes earlier. You will set up your text messages, put your phone on airplane mode, set up your text messages, and when it's a decent hour, take your phone off airplane mode. You will track what you're doing every minute of the day, and you will find pockets of time that if you're organized, like Andrea said, if you're organized and you've got those lists in front of you, you're like, I got 2 minutes, I can call her, her, and her right now. Because guys, texting is a great way to initiate the contact. But what I like to do is I like to say, hey, Tabitha, I have a challenge that I am working on right now, and I would love to have your support. Can I call you real quick? Can I call you real quick? Get their permission, and then call them and talk fast. Say, oh my gosh, I'm in a challenge to have 5 people say, yes, I will get together with 3 or 4 people for a Mary Kay product review. And we just put the product on the back of the hand. We don't even take your makeup off. And we can do it in 45 minutes to an hour. Are you in? Is there any reason why we can't do that with 2 or 3 of your girlfriends who need some pampering right now? I really, if she's still quiet, I really appreciate you supporting me in achieving my goal and helping me finish this challenge. So one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about is if you go on my public Facebook page, just Joanna Shipe, you will see where Allison Walwork has posted all 4 of the new lipsticks that we do have lipstick bubbles for. And I gave her a medium nude lip liner, and I asked her each day to post herself in a different lipstick and to talk about, does she like it or not? Now, I gave her the lookbook, and I said, if you could hold up the lookbook. She didn't do that, so they're not always obedient. And she's a campus pastor at my church, and she still wasn't obedient. But everybody who posted likes on her pictures I then private messaged them and said, could you be my next Facebook and Instagram model? And what I'm giving is, and this is way too much for you guys to give, I'm giving $25 towards a $50 purchase at their private Mary Kay experience. But you could offer $10 towards their $25 purchase at their private Mary Kay experience. And they are allowed to share their private experience with up to 3 friends. So I have all these girls out there right now. I passed out so many bags at church on Sunday because we had a brunch on Saturday morning, and I asked a bunch of them, hey, can you be my next Facebook and Instagram model like Allison's doing? And it's just creating a stir, creating a stir, creating a stir. You're just stirring things up, stirring things up. And I'm just following up with them because that's the key, follow up. Mary Kay said, follow up, follow up, follow up. That is so crucial. With a phone call. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I have your sample bag together. When can we kick it off? Do you want to kick off your 4 lipstick colors on Wednesday or Thursday? Don't say, do you want to do it next month? Say on Wednesday or Thursday. I'll get the bag to you immediately. And you send somebody, you hire somebody, or you do it yourself, and you get those samples to them. You can also do this with color cards, guys. That came in your starter kit. You can do it with cheek colors. You can do it with eye colors. But there's something about lip colors. Everybody identifies with lip colors, okay? And so I just want to challenge you guys, along with your 3 new faces, your 3 marketing shares, and $300 in sales between now and Sunday, think about who has a social media kind of networking presence that they can get out there and they can do this for you. And then what I'm offering them is the favorite of your lipsticks that you show, you'll get that 1 lipstick at half price. And that's what they're excited about. So how many of y'all could get excited about having Facebook and Instagram models? How easy is that? And what a compliment you're paying to them. What a compliment. And keep it simple. And then as they post on Instagram or Facebook, you link into their friends and say, I would love for you to be my next model. Is there any reason why we couldn't get together? Okay, so that is it for this evening. We have about 7 minutes. I want you guys to spend the next 7 minutes. I want you to get on your phone and text at least 10 people and say, I would love for you to be my Facebook or Instagram model, because here's the kicker. They can put stuff on their public Facebook page that you can't put on yours. I can't put a picture of Allison on my public Facebook page and say, buy this lipstick, but I can put her picture and her posting and say, oh my gosh, look how beautiful she looks. And she says in her posting, call my Mary Kay consultant. She always hooks me up with the best stuff. Get it? So they can post it. You cannot. Instagram, wide open field. Snapchat, wide open field. You can't post. They can with your information. You guys, are you excited about that? Give me a big thumbs up, because I always like to do things before I tell you how or when, or to challenge you to do it. And honey, it's working. I've got so many women that I have never been able to get a hold of and never been able to reach, that now they are so excited about their goodie bag with their lipsticks that they're going to get to take their selfie and post themselves. And I'm like, oh, and make sure you put your kids on it. Oh my gosh, we want to see your kids. We want to see, you know, your beautiful man. We want to see. It is powerful. Very powerful. Guys, give me a thumbs up. 10 people. You've got 5 minutes. 10 people. All right, let's do it. Love you guys. Everybody say bye, y'all. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.